So what people still don't get about Elon Musk's political flip is that it was not about the suddenly loving Trump or suddenly hating Democrats or the freaking assassination. It's all about the survivability. And by 2024, the Democratic path was becoming unbearable for someone like Elon Musk. More rules, more disclosures, more pressure to explain how things actually work, and more demands to line up values, supply chains, and politics into a clean public story. That's a nightmare if your entire empire runs on flexibility and ambiguity and not explaining too much. So the Republican path was, especially under Trump, was simply easier, not smarter, not cleaner, just easier. Trump doesn't care how the system really functions. He cares about the loyalty, volume, and momentum. As long as you help keep the show loud, and nobody pauses it to inspect the wiring. And this is where China quietly enters the picture, not as a cause, but as a constraint. Musk didn't switch sides for China. He switched because one political route would eventually force him to talk about China out loud, but the other one would politely look the other way. And that's why his behavior is so oddly consistent that he criticizes almost everyone: Europe, Britain, regulators, journalists, or governments. But China, he sidesteps it and reuses it and lets it sit there as a silent reference point. Not because he's pro-China, but because China is a one variable that he cannot afford to turn it into a talking point. It's actually kind of hilarious, and the so-called free speech absolutist becomes extremely disciplined about what not to say, and the supposed rule breaker chooses the political environment with the fewest rules. So yes, Elon Musk knows exactly who Trump is, and that's why he backed him. Not because Trump is brilliant, but because Trump is so stupid that makes it possible to keep the certain Christians permanently off the stage. And once you see it that way, and the whole thing stops looking chaotic and starts looking like a very cynical and very practical choice, that's what Elon Musk did to America.